collectors in disguise. Children of Primus, collectors in disguise. Children of Primus, collectors in disguise. Children of Primus. Children of Primus. And welcome. Another episode of Frenzy Freestyle Sunday with myself, Spin, and Mr. Magnus. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, just a sort of wonderful trying to survive the cold. It's 5 degrees here today.
Oh. Yeah. But we have an impactor hiding in the background, and I understand with surviving the cold, it's that time of year you just don't want to be in it.
Shorts and jacket, but I still will do
it. Transformers Joe, what's up? Transformers Joe says, "Hey y'all," and James Coleman, hello guys. So welcome everyone. You know, during the cold part of the year, and we're all getting to hang out with each other. So I know it's coming up with topics sometimes at the last minute. I know we're just gonna do some news and reveals and kind of like a interesting news that I will leave for TelaTraan 2, but it's not anything out of the ordinary, but it's kind of cool history and somewhat Transformers related.
Alright, so since we might as well start off the reveals, I was at...
You are loud.
Alright, sorry.
Oh, I got him.
So to start off reveals, me and my dad, so we go to this Tuesday market called Ruts, and they have it's all like Mennonites and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they have other sections of this place. This place is huge. They have a place called the Emporium, which has a bunch of toys and everything else in between. I go in there and I get myself one character, but I saw two things that intrigued me very much. The two things, these were going for like $10 complete. Toy would wish he was here for this. I saw a G1 Ruckus complete, and if I'm correct, I saw a Diaclone Topspin.
Oh.
So I saw those there, but the primary pickup I got for $5, this was actually pretty nice. For $5 with the instructions and all, I got the Volkswagen Bumblebee, the original one.
Ooh, that's worth $5 for sure.
And look at this. I just got fixed the back area, but I have the special one that came with the TLK Bumblebee. And, look at the difference when I show these two here. Here is their difference in vehicle modes.
Yeah, they added a bunch of rust to the one from the multi-pack.
Well, the difference with this one is I customized it. I silvered up the bumper. I actually painted the Volkswagen logo and did a whole bunch of customization, while this one has no customization. And the difference is that this one has the face and not the bow mask. I lost the face but still have the bow mask. So it's a win-win scenario for me.
Yeah, you can just swap them around pretty easily because they're the same
colors. And one final thing, I just got open up my Optimus here with the Matrix of Leadership. Magnus tried to get his Bumblebees, the Matrix inside Bumblebee. I just have to be careful with how I do it, because it's a little bit difficult, but not fully. Wait, 1 second. It's a little difficult. You have to, do a special maneuver to get to actually, click in. But you can have the Matrix just chilling in him, and it closes nice and securely.
No, Bumblebee is
Bumblebee Prime.
Bumblebee Prime.
Well, this is what I had to do to Optimus Prime to get the Matrix out of him.
That's the commander, right?
Yep. I gotta send my mom another stop motion. I was trying to make as many stop motions as I could.
There you go. Yeah. James Coleman says this cold weather is almost like the 5th chapter, Five Faces of Darkness. Which
Yeah, no kidding. It's a real Canadian winter up here.
it is. You
Please
try to hide
hire
from
me to
it.
do snow shoveling for you because that's the only source of income I get during this time of year.
You know what? Take it as a cruisers is saying to James, "What cold weather?" But it's the seasons has its advantages. When the snow, you do the shoveling. With fall, you rake the leaves, and come summertime and stuff, if you can do any type of landscaping, go with it. No, Mr. Magnus, do you have any reveals for this evening?
Well, I have a cool thing to show. It's not necessarily a
That's good to see.
reveal. It's just something that we were questioning. That one, yeah. So the Robeson Soundwave. Now that I ordered it, so
Ooh, yes.
now I get details that weren't there before. But if you'll see, let me see. So if I'm on my screen, yeah, see this?
My
Little,
goodness.
see this little sound wave right here?
Yeah,
Yes.
what is that?
That is a cassette.
Oh.
It goes in his chest.
So he has himself in himself.
So yes, he has himself in himself,
He's toying with himself.
which leads me to believe that we are probably going to get other ones.
No. No.
Did anybody notice in the commercial where they were like, he can store things in his chest, and they show Ravage and Laserbeak, and then they didn't show Laserbeak. They showed Mind Wipe instead, and it was specifically a third-party Mind Wipe.
Let me say
I
this:
didn't catch that.
they
Wow.
blacked out all of them. It was 86 Frenzy. It looked to be Classics Ravage that came with that Hound. It showed a bunch of figures that haven't had a toy in now like a few years since Core Class now has been officially discontinued.
They obviously just grabbed some stock art and silhouetted it out and didn't pay too much attention to what they were.
Well, I find it
But
interesting.
they made us fan. The 3 people were questioning were we about to get because apparently the Ravage from that Hound pack that came out back in 2009 for Universe and Classics was apparently one of the best Ravages out there for toy wise. People were questioning, was Hasbro about to do us a solid and reissue a good figure or mini bot? It's it got people's hopes up, but now people have lost all hope in that.
Where would what vector would that even release as? Budgets and things work completely differently. That was in 2008. That was 18 years ago.
Man, I really hate that fact that it was 18 years ago.
Yeah.
18 years ago. That's now vintage.
That makes me feel old because that's only 3 years before my birthday, 2011. Seriously.
Well, I'm surprised they didn't do Buzzsaw for as the mini cassette. Instead, they did a Soundwave within a Soundwave. Or as James Coleman says, Soundwave got a mini wave.
Yeah.
Microwave.
Yeah, there you go. It even has a name picked out.
Microwave, that's it.
Yes, keep him underneath of me. That way I can just punch him.
Uh-oh. Spin went offline.
He's been having some technical difficulties. He had to restart his computer.
Dang it, I was about to take over.
You see, I brought Soundwave up on the screen, and then he said, "Oh no, not the Children of Primus. We've got to rid them."
Oh, I gotta start posting every single video my mom just sent me now.
Cruiser said, "What cold weather?"
Yep.
Yeah, Toy Warp. It's 5 degrees here today.
I think it was maybe 10 degrees here. 10
We got up to
actually
10,
close to
but it's
5.
back down to 5 now that the sun's gone down.
You know, in Fahrenheit. For us in Celsius, we're in minus weather at the moment.
Like I went out.
Oh, I wish I was
earlier
there.
today. I went out and just did grocery shopping, and it was cold. And I was like, you know what? I feel like some sushi. So I went to my favorite sushi restaurant, got me a sushi for lunch,
Nice.
and I walked in, and it was cold. I mean, it was cold in the restaurant.
Oh,
And the manager comes up to me, and he's like, "Sorry about the temperature." He said our heater went out yesterday, and they can't find anybody to work on it. And I said, "Who did you call?" And they said, "Oh, we called this place that's in Bowling Green, which is like 2 hours away, and they're going to send somebody down here sometime next week." And I said, "Go out in the parking lot, take a picture of the side of my van, and call the number on the van." And,
Perfect timing.
and he goes, "What?" And I said, "I work for one of the largest HVAC and electrical companies in the world, and we have a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week service department. Go out there and give them a call, and they'll have somebody here."
nice. Nice.
So I got my lunch for free. And I was like, "Happy birthday to Mr. Magnus."
There you go.
In my head, like call the number on the side of the van, and then your phone rings, and you're just looking at him like, "Hi."
Yeah. Like, how can I help you?
No. I am not part of the service department.
Yeah.
And I actually text all three of the heads of our company, and I was like, "I don't know who answers for the service department, but you're going to be getting a call from Famous Bistro today, or Shogun Bistro today, because they need you. Because people are walking in and going, 'Oh hell no, I ain't eating here,' and walking back out."
That is crazy. So,
Yeah, it was like 45 degrees at that restaurant today.
ooh.
Yeah, the heat's been off for almost 48 hours. The heat
Wow.
went off Friday night.
Wow. Well, I'm guessing like others must have been having the same issues for them not to be able to get anyone that quickly.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so
What'd you say, Spin? I didn't
Oh,
know.
I'm going to say others must have been having the same issue for them to not be able to get someone in that quickly.
Well, I mean, this is just their unit went out. Their heating unit went out. It's not like it's a grid thing. It's just this store's heating unit poofed.
Well, I mean, in a sense, with say like when we have extreme hot weather and then it's like everybody's ACs are failing, so it's like to get someone in
Oh, and
to
it
fix
could
it or
be.
replace it. Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe other heating units are failing, so that's why they're kind of on a backlog.
No.
That, and I'm sorry, quality is just gone anymore.
That's a whole other
good quality
conversation.
stuff has been lost, unfortunately.
Quality and service. That's a stream in itself.
Oh yeah, 100%. And me and Spin we could run that by ourselves. You'll just go away. Me and Spin's got this one. That thing I sent you the other day.
Oh gosh. So sometimes the things you can't say in public, but it's that's exactly it. You just
Oh, yeah.
you sit back and you just have to smile and be like, yeah, like I already saw that about to happen.
It was a meme of a cat, and it's all like that in a sunbeam, and it says, "The look I get whenever I watch my boss's plan utterly fail."
Impactor, you will understand one day.
Oh, I understand a little bit.
Okay.
When you're
Just
not at
realized.
the top of the food chain,
Food chain?
you have to. That's what it's called.
Hmm.
When you're in construction management, whatever, it's all called the food chain or the ladder, one or the other. If you're not at the top, that means that when the top gives you an order, even though you know it's going to be wrong, you still have to do it.
For me, I take that and turn that into a political machine by standard.
I just realized I did have something that some friends of mine just got me last week. These little plush things called Pod Pals, and they're
Yep.
Optimus and Megatron. And the faces
Wait.
on these are excellent.
I have those. I have both of those. I got those like 2 years ago.
I've never seen those before.
That is a very good Megatron face, and
It
that
is.
is a very gormless looking Optimus face in a fun way.
Are these the ones that turn inside out and transform?
Oh, I don't think so.
Let's see.
No, they do not.
Our
I
Walmart's
know
got
they
these
don't.
ones, and it's the only ones I've seen so far have been Bumblebee and Optimus, and it's just their head. It's the head of Optimus and the head of Bumblebee. And it's got like a hole in the middle of it, like a donut, and you take it and you fold it inside of itself like that, and then it becomes a semi and a Volkswagen Beetle.
That's cool.
I
That's
think
so.
we're just funny little guys.
You put them on your dashboard.
Yeah, that's the idea, I think.
Get you a eyeglass holder that has the cord, and then you put 2 little clips on it, and you can hang one on each side and hang it over your mirror. And while you're driving down the road, they can be fighting each other.
Oh, I should do that. I
Mm,
need something to make my car easy to find in a parking lot. Look for the warring robots.
you know.
Or you just totally don't have the Children of Primus logo like above on your roof.
Shush.
Mentioning a certain place called Domino's. All the fast food places have something like that, and I see occasionally somebody who just has that stuck on there. Like it's so, like here in America, like if we me and my friend once, not friend, me and my Grammy were walking out of Walmart. I don't have the best eye vision. Well, I that's why I have glasses on. I could see without my glasses on, and this had to be a solid maybe 50 yards away, could see a glowing Domino's logo on somebody's car in a parking lot. And this was like it was so crazy.
Well,
So like maybe
It's
maybe
called
Peter should
proof
put
of advertisement.
marketing.
yes,
Marketing
Yes.
101.
but it's a food delivery car. Every Domino's and Chick-fil-A vehicle has something like that.
Well, there's
Wait a
a.
minute, you have delivery Chick-fil-A?
Yeah,
Ha!
that's
Ha!
that's why I got. That's why I got sick of Chick-fil-A during COVID. Every single day we got Chick-fil-A, and I lost my taste for them.
Yeah, that would just about do it.
That would do it. I know I've tried them
4
once, and I'm
months.
like,
4
it's
months I had to eat their chicken.
borderline like KFC now as opposed to KFC years ago. And
I would
KFC
rather
now
have
is.
eating KFC.
And it's like, no,
The
no.
thing that makes Chick-fil-A what it is its sauce.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
Chick-fil-A sauce is phenomenal. It's what
It's
we
bussin'.
we went. Me and my man Jamie. We went out Saturday for my birthday, and then we had our Magic tournament that night. But for my birthday, we always go somewhere and have a drink. And we used to go to Buffalo Wild Wings was my go-to restaurant forever.
They're good.
But it was because of one of their appetizers. They had these garlic-infused fried mushrooms that were out of this world. And they took them off their menu. We would go to Buffalo Wild Wings 2 or 3 times a week. And since they took those off the menu, it's like, you can get chicken wings anywhere. I mean, literally.
Raising Cane's.
You can get boneless wings anywhere. I'm not a fan of Raising Cane's. I've been there twice, and no.
I haven't tried them yet, so I still need to try it. Then again, I have no clue. I'm just a dumb kid.
One of those statements is true.
One of these days, and I put this out there for any of our listeners, learn to cook.
Mm.
Oh, I know how to cook.
Oh, I doubt that. What I'm saying is,
Hey,
learn
Father, could
to
you come
cook.
over here and tell Mr. Magnus that I do know how to cook?
I cook most of the dinners around here by choice because what I
can
do
cook
is I
breakfast foods, and I can cook good chicken as long as my dad supervises.
my father and brother are
as
like
long as
that
I'm
too.
supervised.
Well, I have to be supervised, but Dado here, can you explain that I do cook?
Well, like he will occasionally make breakfast. He does have some specialties like French toast and pancakes,
Pancake tacos.
right? And he will also, on occasion, help make his own scrambled eggs. And
Don't forget the chicken that I do help out in cooking.
okay, so you can turn the air fryer.
I don't. No, I'm not talking about the air fryer.
he's
Yeah, I'm the one
backing
who
us
gets
up.
your.
He's backing up the
No,
argument.
I don't know if turn it on the air fryer.
I'm talking about grabbing all the ingredients needed to get your chicken ready. I do know all the ingredients. You just haven't allowed me to make them.
But like,
But you do
like
make good
let's
breakfast.
take tonight for instance. I made doner kebabs.
Ooh.
Okay, and
I
that's
made
sautéed
sheep pan
mushrooms.
chicken.
It's a beef and lamb blend. Okay, with all the spices, cooked, sliced, braised, then toasted all the pitas, diced all the vegetables, sautéed those, and made a homemade tzatziki sauce
Ooh.
in about 45 minutes.
Dang.
If Mr. Magnus, I almost said my real name. If Mr. Magnus wasn't a carpenter, Mr. Magnus would have been a chef.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Uh,
I got this physique legally. Yeah,
My dad.
you never trust a skinny chef. You never trust.
Yeah, this is true.
That is very
my
true.
Dad here, so let's just take my dad here. He was right around your same build and everything, Mr. Magnus, until his sickness got to him, and he was a very good chef, and he's still a very good chef. He makes the best cheesecakes at this point, in my opinion. And to go off this, if it like he has his two careers, he has the starving artist, and then he has like his yeah, you called yourself the starving artist. He became so skinny that he just was definition the starving artist because somebody gave us a jukebox. There was a Godzilla themed jukebox that my dad was paid to paint up. He did one side Godzilla and it looked so awesome, and then the other side was Mothra. My dad didn't get to do the Mothra side; somebody else did. But he did the Godzilla side, and it was the most coolest thing I've ever seen. And talking wise about that, I know for a fact this guy, even though he's skinny, can still cook a good food.
So welcome to Children of Primus Frenzy Freestyle Cooking Channel, where Transformers Joe has added, my daughter wanted one of those Freddy movie boxes from Popeyes last week. Got a family chicken strip dinner, absolutely inedible. Like deep fried shoe leather. Oh, there.
Popeyes is a real hit or miss. Their sides are phenomenal. Their red beans and rice is out of this world. Their chicken, their shrimp, you rolling the dice.
Yeah.
You rolling the dice. It's
Every
50-50.
time we've gone to Popeyes,
6-7.
I
6-7.
no.
Fear, what were you going to say?
Nothing as spectacular as that. So I made sheet pan chicken for dinner, and I'm like, that was delicious.
Oh.
Cooking's like a Zen thing for me because I'm like, there's a lot of stuff in the world I can't change or affect. But give me like an hour or two in the right stuff, and I can make a tasty meal. And I put my headphones on and listen to music, and I'm like, yeah, this is my zone. You know?
Exactly.
Over half of the, what is that?
God, this is the jukebox. This is what my dad did.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Very nice.
He did this entire thing. He did all the outlining and then just completely went ham at it and just started painting. This took him how long did it take you to do?
2 years.
2 years by a standard. He got to go off this happened like right before COVID. So during COVID, this is when he got sick and was by a standard chair ridden.
Your hand still works, so you can draw, I guess.
Yeah, he is phenomenal with it.
But like I've said before, I don't sleep, so I do a lot of scrolling and I watch a lot of videos and stuff. And whenever I see something that's like, ooh, I'm going to try that, I text the link to myself. And that's what all of these are cooking videos.
I'm the same way, except I do that for my voice stuff because with me, I don't have, so on my secondary computer,
My goodness, it needs fixed or I need a new computer. I had to delete so many things in order to have enough space on. It's still stuck on the whatever Windows 10, unfortunately, and I don't have the whatever space in it to do it. And this is my main computer that connects me to Discord, Instagram, and everything else. So I did a full system reset, deleted everything. So I lost my voice editing thing. So I downloaded it onto this computer so I could do all my voice acting and stuff. And so every single time I do 30 or 50 lines of just script reading into my voice thing, I will download it and then I will put it into my Gmail and I will just put it in a blank draft and then I pull up my other computer, download it from the Gmail. It's just doing that without actually having to do all the other process.
30 or 40
Saving-
lines, huh? Sounds like you got a problem.
No. No, it's all.
Way it sailed over you, bud. I mean it.
Well, that's because I'm recording so much. I've been recently getting
Phil
hired to do
didn't
a
get
lot
it.
of
He still has no
voices.
idea.
No. One day we'll have to say hello to his little friend.
That's right.
TelaTraan too.
No, that's
I'm
right
not
too. We can't go into
insulting this
details here.
No.
We can't go into details here.
Well,
But
as
now that I
we
got my
jump back
Sorry.
onto Transformers.
That's right.
So we've we've done some Tony Montana and some cooking segments. Actually, I'll throw it over to you, Fear. The Transformers Earth Spark that recently ended. That just seems to be
they screwed it. They
a
screwed
buzz everywhere.
Yeah, no. Like, here's the thing. I haven't watched it, but because I didn't watch most of the show, but I've watched the opinions and reviews, both officially and unofficially, of a lot of people that did watch it. I remember I was like mad that I'm like, oh, they're doing Liege Maximo and the Hub from Generation 2 and all these things that are interesting to me. Apparently, they weren't very interesting.
Wow.
My understanding is
They cooked it. They really burnt it down to the ground.
yeah. So my understanding is that the entire time, Liege Maximo's plan involves getting the Matrix and using it to control people's minds. But throughout the entire production, they keep telling him the Matrix doesn't work that way, and he just never understands this, and they never explain why he thinks the Matrix does that.
I have a quick question. Who here has seen Steven Universe?
Me,
You recall the movie, correct?
yeah. With
Spinel
Spinel
had
and
this
stuff.
thing called the Rejuvenator, which if the person was slashed by it, they would be completely reverted back to their base programming. They flippin' did it to Bumblebee, and they reversed the entire character development with him and Breakdown, which I actually enjoyed the team up with how they were doing him and Breakdown. They reversed Bumblebee, they killed Megatron, they really knew how to tick people off.
I see. I heard they did the thing. They did that to Megatron, where they reversed him back to his like pre-peace personality.
But they did, but by the standard, they also killed him. But at the same time, killed him.
Yeah, there was one review
They
that
burnt the ship to the ground.
Yeah, one review that I saw, how they mentioned about how they just deconstructed, how they built up Megatron throughout the entire series. The only, I guess in a sense, the one part that struck me in terms of when they were talking about the ending of the series is just seeing Megatron like getting shot, where I'm like, that's not something you usually see in any of the franchises.
They made him look weak, which made a lot of people mad. Hence why so many people now have recently been flooding the stores to purchase the Earthspark Megatron, which I do plan to buy, and completely redo that entire scene in stop motion or animation.
This is the part where I'd like to point out that Cyberworld is still a very good show and is still currently
Yes,
running.
Cyberworld is way better.
Yeah,
Cyberworld is way
so everybody should
better.
watch that instead.
You know, I've found that with other TV shows at times too. You know, one show that I watched years ago, and essentially it's good guys versus bad guys, and the bad guys were essentially unstoppable to the point the good guys were barely able to defeat them or not able to. That's the first season. then somehow in the second season, the bad guy just becomes weak for no apparent reason, and it's like now anyone can beat up the bad guy, but now the bad guy and the good guy have to team up because now there's a third character in the show that's even worse than the second one. And I'm like, but this was we're looking at Megatron where it's like over the years he's become invincible, and now it's just like, oh, we just shot him dead. And I'm like, no, that's not how that's not usually how you take out Megatron. Like, you don't take out Megatron. It just seemed too simple.
The only fair fight that I see Megatron with, like, deserved death by a standard would be the scene in Transformers Prime where he goes up against the Insecticon. That right there, by Megatron standards, is a worthy death. If he tires himself defeating an enemy and then is about to be killed by his rival by a standard, that is a worthy Megatron death, as he has said in many different continuities.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this. Something similar has actually happened in Cyberworld, the episode before this one, but considering we're like halfway through the season, I'm presuming they have more to go with it.
Hopefully.
As opposed to like the ending of the show.
I believe I see Lego Soundwave there.
Yes.
Where
this is another reveal that this is a coming soon from Shozy store.
Fourth party?
This is a
Oh,
fourth
so it's a
party
bootleg.
Lego Soundwave,
A bootleggo.
and it is $60.
Oh.
Ooh. But how's the quality on that? I remember back in the day, I don't know if they've fixed themselves now, but Mega Bloks used to feel terrible compared to Lego because they just would not stick together.
I think I'm going to send this to my mom because she did want to get me this a while ago.
Well, this is what I'm saying. These are the exact same pictures off of the Lego website.
Interesting.
Oh, so they might not even look like that.
That's why Chow Brick has circled themselves right here, that they're blocking out the Lego symbol. That's why
so
there's
this really
Chow,
is a red
Chow
flag.
Brick is in every one of these pictures blocking the Lego symbol.
Wow.
So,
When this
but
comes out,
here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is $60.
Mm-hmm.
I have the Lego Soundwave right over here from the Target store.
Actually,
Let's see the astronomical price.
Transformers Joe had a quick question. With the Lego one, I'm assuming, does it have the voice chip?
Does not have the voice chip. But
I could just code something up.
but this is $189.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
over double.
So it's $130 cheaper
A third.
for the fourth party.
At that point, just buy the voice box. See if to go off this, I know Bricklink. So Bricklink's one of the places I have bought many parts from. They have parts from all the Transformer Lego sets that have been created, including actually some Creo stuff, aka Hasbro's is a failed attempt, but good attempt in my opinion, at making their own Transformers Lego. For all we know, somebody ends up not liking the Soundwave because they're a normal Lego collector and just puts the voice box on Bricklink for dirt cheap.
No, I wonder what the quality would be between this fourth party and the official Lego.
I'm looking at some of these comments, and I don't know how people are commenting on it when this is a pre-order, unless it's only a pre-order for this site. But overall, really fun build. All the pieces were accounted for. The only drawback is there is no sound brick. Decently solid, would highly recommend. Just finished building, couldn't figure out what the odd insert in his abdomen was for, and behind the play button. Turns out the original had a sound brick that was missing from this set, and you just build a little box to fill the space.
The fact that it isn't out yet makes me wonder if these reviews were just written by the company.
Yeah. Otherwise, he's a great build and a great figure. No missing pieces, and every piece was without defect. None were ill-fitting. All the printed pieces look great and don't appear misaligned, faded, or badly printed
I
at
think
all.
we need to put a layer of clear coat on it. Don't ask me why I have clear coat.
Okay.
The customization.
You're gonna Craigle all your Legos together?
No, this is more just for a certain custom I'm making. I need to clear coat all the paint and stuff off. So it's
Stop tearing up your toys.
No. This is a custom transformer right here that I'm making.
Stop
That needs
tearing up your toys.
How is it
I've got-
tearing up my toys if I'm not taking them apart and I'm just customizing them?
Okay, let me put it to you this way. I know that you're not selling them, but in the Magic community, there is a lot of people that like to customize their cards. And then they want to try and get full price for a card. If the card was not art altered by the original artist, it is considered damaged.
Oof.
And therefore, you cannot sell it for full price. The same goes for your toys. If you
I know
paint
that.
the eyes,
I
you are not the artist. If you paint the eyes, if you cell shade it, that is considered damaged.
But I think that only applies if you want to resell
Right.
it.
That's
'Cause
it. If
yeah.
you're wanting to resell it.
Yeah, if
And
you're
I
wanting
had,
to.
I had this argument on the Magic community. This guy had some, and they were great artworks. The guy had redone them, and he did a bunch of common staples for Magic decks in a Star Wars theme. Like there was an AT-AT and an ATST and Darth Vader, all in the backgrounds. And it was great work. And I shot him a price for them at what these pieces normally go for.
Mhm.
Willing to take the hit on it myself because my son is a Star Wars nut. I was like, hey, you could because these are real cards. You could put these in your commander deck, your competition deck, and go with it. And he was like, oh no, these are going for $200 a piece. And I was like, no, they're not. And then I lit into him, and he was like, oh no, people pay for this. And I said, good luck with that. I said, you might be able to find some people that'll pay for that, but nah.
Some will, but some will be like, no.
for
And I
me,
feel sorry for whoever bought them, because 10 years down the road, when they're not wanting the Star Wars theme in their deck anymore, they go to retry and sell it.
Mhm.
You're gonna be taking a bath.
For me, I'm
Yeah,
just
you gotta be
primarily making
finding.
this
You
as
gotta
a
find
gift.
somebody else that wanted it like you did.
For me, also, just mentioning off customization wise, I only ever buy. I buy 3 basically by a standard over time. By a standard, like I'll either have one duplicate that's either out of box and I don't mess around with it, so I'll just get bored and turn it into a custom. For an instance, good old Rack and Ruin here were Megatrons, and I turned them into a very nice looking custom of a character that does not exist yet, and still it has begging.
Wait, did you say
That's
those were
interesting.
Megatrons?
Yep.
Well, those were, I can tell those were authentic Megatrons, so that's a good thing to customize because those things were worth like $1 already just on their own.
Well, you know what? Is it possible to get like a handful more of those, because they look like the episode of, now would that have been War Dawn? Essentially the episode where Optimus and everyone goes back to build the aerial bots, and Shockwave sends his army after them. That looks like like those Shockwave armies.
That's a.
I actually thought about buying a bunch of them from Five Below and turning them into WFC and FOC, whatever, basically how you say that in the correct pronunciations. The soldiers for both Decepticons and Autobots.
Mhm.
Just because it'd be a good army builder by standard. Take time to pay them all up, but it'd be fun. Something to keep the mind busy.
Idle hands.
But
and
men-
devils on
But
things.
mentioning otherwise, the thing that I'm currently customizing is a custom for somebody.
Oh, okay. So because I mean that's a pretty common thing in Transformers. You can commission people.
Well, no, this isn't a commission. This is a secret gift.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
There's a tape on me.
Sometimes it just happens like that.
This is true. And I just realized it wasn't War Dawn, because at that point the aerial bots had already existed. So it's
Yeah, it's not the aerial bots going back in time.
yes.
Okay, so I got my channel up. I got my 4 new stop motions just waiting to be shown.
Let us see. Let us see what you got for this week.
Alrighty. Let me just get my thing shared.
Show me what you got.
So, before I show any of this stuff, this is another crazy fact about my channel now. Okay, we're not looking at ads. I'm going to just mute that for the sake of time. But the Shatter, like Bumblebee movie Cliff Jumpers' death is now already at it's 22,000.
Impressive.
Nice.
Most impressive.
It gained another 1,000. I don't know what's so intriguing.
People like watching Cliffjumper get killed, I guess.
But
Why? I don't
now,
know.
so I'm gonna first show the shortest one. So this was the Optimus versus this is Optimus versus Chop Shop.
Oh, it's like the opening of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And by the show, I mean our show.
So that was a quick battle by a standard. Then next one was Crosshairs versus Tarn.
Nice.
Then here we go with the next one. So the first one's a meme one. I did this. This is where I was.
I'm not getting any audio from it if we're supposed to be having any. Not that I need any because the visuals are nice enough.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't expecting that. I think we'll call that one a prime problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then here's the final one.
Ooh, Overlord.
Nice.
That one's just cool.
Mm-hmm.
But this was the one I made beforehand.
Yeah, transformation is just so smooth.
For me, my favorite part with this was just the eyes glowing up. So that's everything stop motion wise.
Nice. No, Overlord is almost like a mysterious character, even though he's always existed. But I find when he came in the Netflix series, essentially just no combiner could like every combiner was just a weak to in compared to Overlord. I'm like, I don't recall the character being that strong, but I probably overlooked that.
So let's take this from a standard with Overlord as a character and what I know personally from him. So in most of any IDW Wreckers comic universe, him and Impactor have a serious beef. Overlord was created, if I'm correct, or was slightly enhanced and built by Shockwave, if I'm correct.
I don't think it was Shockwave. I think it was just the Decepticons in general. Because I remember the scene. Megatron was present. I might be wrong. I'll look that up.
Well, from what I know, Shockwave had something to do with him because there's multiple not scenarios, but there's multiple comic pictures of Overlord with Shockwave. A lot. And yes, Toy Warp here has instructed me to do this, and I'm currently still trying. Anyways, Overlord and him both, like, Overlord is overpowered. seriously, to go off this, he killed off most of all the wreckers. The only wreckers to go off this that were still alive by the end of the last day of the wreckers, which I actually have the hardback book of it. The only wreckers that are still remaining are Perceptor, Impactor himself, Cup, Magnus, and Verity, I think. Those are the only ones. Oh, and Guzzle. I keep forgetting the fact that, let me just go back here into the comic itself. I keep forgetting that, let me just find the actual image of what happens. I keep forgetting the fact that he splitted him in half. I keep forgetting the fact that he split Guzzle in half.
Yeah.
But somehow, like, look at this. If I go all the way back to... Wait, where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Yeah, I looked up what had happened. And yeah, so Overlord got most of his power because he was rendered virtually indestructible by an infusion of a substance called anuntrium into his exoskeleton. So, like adamantium, basically. They Wolverined him.
Okay, interesting.
And the scientist that oversaw the process was a Decepticon called Rossum, who Overlord immediately killed. And then when he turned on Megatron, Megatron was like, "Oh wait, no, Shockwave put a kill switch in you that caused a tactical blind spot, so you can't harm me." So he was one of Megatron's Phase Sixers. Six Shot was another one of them. Black Shadow was another one, who were like the final warriors they called in when everything else when everything else was finished to like devastate a planet.
Okay.
Hence why also Overlord for a few comics joined the DJD, since he was by standard, him and Tarn got very much along. They had the respect for each other.
Yeah,
But
so
to go off this, Overlord is not fully indestructible, since Springer just starts laying fire on him.
Yeah.
And to go off this is where Impactor leaves him. He leaves, like, he had to, it was down to the last, like, blow, Impactor and him. He left him in a fiery pit of ash. He had to go to that point to make sure he would not come back.
But he did, though, because this is comics. He was back several more times.
Wow.
Yes. To go off this, mentioning X-Men wise, actually, if you look back at X-Men Days of Future Past, Logan died, yes, but his adamantium skeleton was still preserved and was actually considered alive, except by a standard he was a skeleton, but somehow alive. It was weird.
Yeah. The way, I'll spoil this. Overlord's last appearance was in Sins of the Wreckers. No, not Sins of the Wreckers. Sorry, the third part of it, Requiem of the Wreckers. Yeah. And the method that they had to use to finish him off, or at least temporarily stop him, this time it stuck because the continuity ended. You know how he splits in half to transform? One half as a tank, one half as a jet.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. There were two time portals because it was a time travel plot. And Springer managed to lure both of his halves into different places. So one half of him got sent into the distant past and the other half into the future. That's how they sort of finished him off.
Interesting.
In my opinion, you could have just put him inside the Shadow Realm.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically the same thing, right?
Not by standard, but also Overlord did how did he just stole his face?
Yeah, that part was funny because what does the speech bubble say there? Overlord was just like, "Huh, neat."
Sweet.
Because he accidentally took Springer's whole face.
Yeah, like this right here. Entire face gone.
Yeah. Hey, Springer got better, but it took a while.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, they left him like this. If I go all the way back here, they just left dude just chilling it like that.
Yeah, well, he comes back in Sins of the Wreckers.
Mario hanging out with us says, guys, sorry I was late for the stream, but because I was back from eating from a Chinese restaurant.
Also, in Costco? No, wait.
I had sushi today for lunch.
Circling back over to the food conversation.
I have no clue if this was cannibalism or just in general tearing apart, but they did Pyro wrong by tearing him limb from limb. I have no clue if they ate him or not.
Yeah, last stand of the records is they were like, we're going to push the violence as much as we can in this one.
If this was turned into a movie, this thing would be rated the highest thing on movie history-wise, I guess.
I don't know. They managed to get away with the same level of stuff in some of the Bay films when it comes to the robots. So
Yeah, I was
Well,
just
Brian Moore's death by a standard was gruesome enough.
yeah,
that one scene in the water, and I'm like, that was kind of vicious.
hmm
Yeah, we have Fort Max here, who used to be a Titan, got completely dislegged, lost an arm, brainwashed. Like they tortured Fort Max. And they did my so like for comics wise, one of my favorite like characters in like the comics. I gotta find the picture of him in here, like because in my opinion it was not deserved.
which edition of Last Stand of the Records do you have there?
The full on bystander, the
The
compendium.
hardcover. Oh, yeah, I have that too. Is that that isn't the one with Sins and Requiem in it, is there? Because I know they did a really nice
It doesn't
hardcover.
have. They have the Sins of the Requiem is not in here.
Yeah, that's sort of a want of mine. I know they did a very nice collection towards the end of IDW that was all 3 record stories together in one huge hardcover. I mean, I have them all separately, but if I had them all in a hardcover, I could pass them off to people and be like, just read these. These are the good ones.
Right.
And they did Rotostorm horribly wrong.
Yeah.
Point blank to the head.
Because like the Wreckers stuff, even though it's set inside of a much larger continuity, they managed to make 3 stories pretty standalone. So you could read just those without reading like the 200 other IDW comics.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, Last Stand, Sins, and Requiem were the 3 of the Wreckers stories. That's right.
I hear somebody screaming in the background. Is everything okay?
Yeah, no, my niece is not even screaming; she's just making baby noises. So,
Toss her a transformer.
like, nah, I've been tossing my nephew the Transformers because he's old enough. She ain't old enough yet.
Mm.
Give it a couple years.
I have no clue where it is, but there's an image of Kickover like dead due to too many upgrades on the ground, which made me kind of sad because he's one of my like favorite loose cannons by a standard.
Oh yeah, this is the comic where they had a Kickover, who's an action master, go alt modes are for wimps right as he beats somebody. So
I find it interesting that the comics really let loose when it comes to the violence, especially with the recent ones.
Oh yeah, let's just say he totally did not decapitate a dude.
yeah. Well, like they're reveling in the fact that they're technically allowed to do this because they're robots instead of people. So they're like, let's go nuts.
Mm.
Even back in the day, there were some Marvel issues that were kind of like that.
Yeah, this is true.
Since you said Action Masters, Circuit was in the one of the IDW records, not IDW, one of the records' ones.
Yeah, Wreckers, Treads, and Circuits from the rebooted continuity. A lot of people don't like that story. I don't know why. I read it and I thought it was fun.
I like it, in my opinion. Mentioning Action Masters, they gave us 2 Action Masters in both of these, except Circuit's actually a record.
Yeah, in the rebooted IDW continuity, because it was before the war, the Wreckers are like A-team style, like problem solvers instead of like a commando unit.
And stunt divers.
Yeah, they go. Their excuse for being places is that they're like extreme sports people, like, and so they'll be like, yeah, we're gonna show up and do a show here, and then they're like, all right, what's the behind the scenes problem we need to solve? It was a great way to do like a peacetime version of them. It was a fun story.
Nice.
In my opinion, they're still all wreckers. I mean, you get both. Like, you take one of the forgotten Transformers Jazz remolds, Ricochet,
Ricochet.
and you then take who else? I know that there's many. The leader of this team, I forget what the main dude's name is of the team, but he actually had a Mastermind
Thunderclash?
Creations toy. Yeah, Thunderclash had his own Mastermind Creations toy, which is unfortunately like $300, and he's the only one that I would need to get because there's no other toy of him. Every other character has a toy. So, like, I'm going to have to buy this thing either at a TFCon or a BotCon for a better price.
I kind of gazed longingly at the Machine Wars Optimus repaint they did of it. I think it was called Iron Eagle.
We're running down to our final minutes.
I'm gonna say our final 2 minutes before we wrap up for this stream.
I'm going to grab one more custom I made.
All right.
I noticed when we sat down this evening that the website is up, the new website.
Yes, it's quite a challenge. There's just a lot of technical issues that I was fighting with in the background there to get it all back up again.
I know just enough to know that I'm way out of my depth, and it's a heroic thing. You know when you know just enough to know that you don't know a lot? Like there's a line there.
Wait,
So
we got it running.
I took that same Megatron and turned them into Guzzle.
Oh, okay, that's a cool one.
Yes.
Oh, that's such a good idea for a custom because they have like sort of a similar body type.
And also to mention this, I had the big Authentics Megatron, so I just took the Authentic Megatron cannon off and just plopped it on his back.
Oh, that's actually a really clever custom because yeah, I know what he looks like. That's a really good approximation of what Guzzle looks like.
Nice.
Doesn't split in half, but I'm also planning to get the Mastermind Creations one since it's actually pretty decently cheap.
I didn't know Mastermind. Well, they do everybody that IDW did, so that doesn't surprise me.
Well, to go off this,
Sorry,
this is like a 7 to 10-year-old figure, and it's still pretty decent.
Oh, but the third-party figures, when they hit the 7 to 10 year mark, that's like either they're going to be dirt cheap or ludicrously expensive, nothing in between.
To go off this, the records that I'm currently searching for Mastermind Creations-wise are Roadbuster, Whirl, Thunderclash, Guzzle, and Impactor, but I'm not going to buy that Impactor unless it comes with the upgrade kit that changes the eyes from emerald green and turns them into an orange. Like, that's the only way I'm purchasing it. Because they gave him emerald green eyes.
Quick question. I always think about this whenever you mention Impactor. Have you read Target 2006?
Not fully.
You should. I happen to have a trade that's just that. That's the serial that Simon Furman wrote that introduced the Wreckers in general and Impactor specifically. So that's a foundational text for this thing you like.
Well, my character bystander.
Yeah. I know IDW did it just as a trade on its own because it was like such an important story. But yeah, that's the one where the Wreckers and Impactor are in there, but like the main plot is Galvatron going back in time from the movie to the 80s to try and change the timeline.
So it's just like the UK comics, actually.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, I have no clue ahead since you just mentioned this. Only spoiler: have you read it entirely?
Yeah, I have.
Give me only one spoiler. Does Rack and Ruin die in it? Because the original Marvel UK comics kills him off. Galvatron kills him off.
Yeah, not in Target 2006. Target 2006 is a Marvel UK thing. Not in that story. I believe they're okay.
Okay. Just to go off this, he kills him off, actually. In 2001, if I'm correct, is during Marvel UK, is his take on the Wreckers. Time-traveling Galvatron obliterates them, basically.
Yeah, that was the second time that happened, which was Time Wars. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, Galvatron went back in time a lot in those stories. But it was fun each time.
I think it's time we should end before Toy Warp starts getting his gears twisted.
Well, yes, on that note, so we're going to wrap up this segment of TelaTraan 1, of Frenzy Freestyle Sunday. So we're going to jump over to TelaTraan 2. So I always thank everyone, thank all of you guys for being in this part of the segment, and thank everyone who's watching right now and watching later. Always like and subscribe, and always thank you. And as we say at the end of every stream, to all are one.
Till all are one.
All one.
We now return you to the Children of Primus.